Holy crap.
What was going on in that pre-chorus?
I don't know, dude.
The drums?
Kane kept changing. Oh my god.
I was trying.
I don't
know. I couldn't tell if I like missed something or if she just like switched the beat on us instantly just for the pre-chorus. But that was pretty crazy, man. And the guitar work is, again, Konami is just fucking killing it so far on this album. Like maybe more than I've ever heard her so far.
These are songs that like I'm gonna need to listen to 20 times before I have any clue what's going on. This is crazy.
What do you think of the intro riff?
Love it.
Any other thoughts?
I just want to hear the fucking songs, dude.
Right,
I want to hear them.
You already listened to the fucking songs.
I listened to them yesterday. I listened to them today. I want to listen to them again.
I can't try your own and then I'm not that shit but just say yes, one, two, repeat. 履き違えないで的確ない You make me dream more, more, more 手上げた対価は好きものでしょ Hit me 天秤かければだんだんやみつき won't kiss me 大胆に愛しててもやだ単純じゃ遊びもなくちゃ物足りない笑う天気 Find out all I can do is sigh, yeah, waiting, baby. さあや気になって夢は物言う私に見せさせてちゃ行き止まり願わくばペルソナじゃ無理 Please don't let me down 大体のストーリーの結末なんてさ変わり映えない現実じゃ笑う天気事実かなんてどうでもいいLet me feel that I want to be 大胆なくらいに愛してたいのまだ隠せてちゃ本意じゃない笑う天気嘘ならきっと綺麗
We got a Badoo
Let me feel that I want to be たいなら全てを better everything to me just round 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 round
Holy.
Fuck yeah, dude. How awesome is this shit? How awesome is this music? I know people are already talking about in the chat. Oh, well, they don't like the new sound. They don't like this. They don't like that. People clearly are not listening to it multiple times.
That sounded like their old music. That song that we literally just listened to sounded way more like their old music than their new music.
But there's elements of what they've done recently in it, and I think that's freaking people out. Like, oh, there's people right now. I like their old sound better. Well, fuck. What's wrong with this sound? You know what I mean?
She did a cool little lead in the pre-chorus there.
I don't get it.
Off for a second.
Some people say the singing is monotonous or they're not being creative. It's like, are you even listening?
I think it might be so fast moving. It's so hard to like even comprehend it on one listen. Like
That song,
It is.
that song was like slower than the other ones that we've heard so far, though. Like I'm not saying that there was still a lot going on. It's still complicated, but I've always felt that their music was always complicated, even when they were, veering more towards like that classic rock style or whatever. And this reminded me way more of the stuff that we got on, World Domination than it did of the stuff that we get on Unseen Worlds. Yes, like Ryan said, we got those little moments where you would hear like a Kane or so that pre-chorus with the weird timing drum beat, I don't know if I like that right now. I'll be totally honest. I loved that whole song, but I'm on the fence about that switch up in the pre-chorus. And that is probably the most progressive part of the song in general, right? Like she kind of goes off time a little bit, and then that's when Konami comes in and goes, and then it just like disappears, right? So that kind of has elements of progressive stuff into it, but like the chorus, the verse, the intro, most of that really just sounded like a good old fashioned like rock song to me. So I was really, really into that,
dude. Yeah, I agree. Like, I need to hear this so many more times to understand what's going on, but it sounds like Akane kept like going back and forth between swinging her notes, and then they were straightforward, like back and forth. I was like, what in the heck is going on? Yeah,
I listened to it last night. I listened to stuff today, and I'm hearing this again, and it might as well be the first fucking time hearing it, dude. There's so much shit to hear. So I think that it's off-putting initially when you want to hear something and you don't. That's off-putting to you, and then there's so much to take in to where you can't process it, And most people who have started off like, I don't really like it, they message later like, well, now I like it, and that's kind of a going trend. But I think some people are really just choosing, they made up their mind, before they even listen to it. But that's their thing. Whatever. There's 150 there's 150 other songs to listen to, so you're good.
All right. So all right, we got that out of our system. Now let's try to focus on just how we feel about it and forget about how everybody, what the haters are saying or whatever. Well, there are times where like I said, that I could see legitimate criticism coming from a part like that pre-chorus, just because it is jarring that there's such a huge timing shift during that part, and it doesn't come back in any other part. You know what I mean? So like I could see somebody that's not into time shifts, being like, oh, no, that threw me off a little bit right there. But like ultimately, I always like songs on my fourth listen better than my first listen in general.
Yeah.
Matt made a good point. He's like, it sounds like people are listening to a different EP with the comments you get. They're so varied. It's like, that's just how fucking crazy the music is.
It's cool though. I do like that we can have this discourse where like everybody has different thoughts on it, and ultimately we're all still coming back and listening to it because we want what's best for them, and we want to find something that we love also.
Alan?
Yeah, I'm not digging this song as much. Just this is what it feels like. It feels like when I first heard Protest the Hero Fortress, I fucking loved it. I compare it to Unseen World. When I first heard those two albums, like, wow, this is amazing. Then they came out with the next album that had the technicality of it, but it felt like one tempo all the way through. So I got bored for me personally, but it's still technical. This is the kind of music I would rather play than listen to. If that makes sense. It's not something that gets caught in my head right away, and I'm not gonna walk away from this having that stuck in my head at all. That song's not gonna be stuck in my head. I would have to listen to it a few more times before it got stuck in my head. So I still like it. I know I'm gonna like it, but with the first listen, I'm like, it's good. Hell yeah, fucking technical as hell. It's like you can tell they're fucking ripping it and doing their thing. But it's not like where Unseen World, it was super technical and I could walk away with a hook stuck in my head. That's how I feel right now so far.
I feel like just the bass taking a walk was what kind of made that feel different for me the whole time. Like somebody said, like a swinging feeling. Like boo 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 ba doo boo boo boo. I feel like that's kind of normal thing that you hear in a lot of bands, but it's not a normal thing that you really hear with BAND-MAID a lot. So I think it'll stick in my head just for that reason. But I can see why you feel the way that you're feeling also.
That's why I compared it to Rockin' Me, because they don't use swing that often in their music. It's usually pretty straightforward, but Rockin' Me has that swingy feel. The dun 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 dun.
Why didn't they go back to that beginning riff though? That was good. like the very opening.
Do you even BAND-MAID?
No, yeah, but they always
Did
go
they not
back
go
to
into
it.
it?
They always
I
go
think- I
back
thought
to
they
it
went
with
back to it-
more complexity, though. They always go back to it with more complexity.
I thought
at
they went
least.
back to it in the post-chorus after the first chorus.
I guess
Am I
kind
wrong?
of.
I'm just gonna say, I thought
think
this
they
was
did,
a
like-
freaking bop, dude. Like, I think I love that swingy feel with rock. So this is.
I
up
do
there,
too, but
like,
I
one of
didn't
my
feel
top
the
songs for
swing.
this.
I felt like the swing was kind of like, weird. Not like it wasn't like a full on swing, you know. Like it felt like it was directly on. Like if that makes sense. I don't know. That probably didn't make sense.
I think we.
I don't know
need
if
to
that
hear
made
it
sense,
again.
but I still kind of understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really.
I did too.
It was really clean for a swing. Like it was.
It sounded like she kept switching back and forth between
Yeah.
swinging and straighting, or whatever you call it.
Yeah. If you are enjoying these clips from our full podcast, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all those notifications so you don't miss out when we go live on Sunday, which is always the same time at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you can't catch it there, we're also on Spotify and future streaming platforms in the future, because that's where the future takes place. I don't know. Just hit subscribe, guys. It's right there. The video's right. The video's somewhere in here. I don't know. I'm tired. Potter made me do this. Click that video. Just do it. Do it!